Have you ever wondered how something as small as a single cell can reveal entire worlds hidden from our eyes? The microscope, that unassuming tube of glass and metal, has done exactly that for centuries. Today, we are diving deep into its quirky history, from accidental discoveries to revolutionary breakthroughs that changed science forever. Let us start at the very beginning, long before anyone knew what a microscope was. The story begins in the late 1500s in the Netherlands, where two spectacle makers, Hans and Zacharias Janssen, were experimenting with lenses. They placed several lenses in a tube and discovered that objects appeared greatly enlarged. This simple invention, often credited as the first compound microscope, was more of a toy than a scientific tool at the time. It magnified only about 30 times, but it sparked curiosity. By the 1590s, the device had caught the attention of others. A Dutch diplomat named Cornelis Drebbel created a compound microscope with two convex lenses, improving clarity. However, credit for the true birth of microscopy goes to another Dutchman, Antonia van Leeuwenhoek. In the 1670s, this draper with no formal scientific training ground his own lenses from glass threads. His single-lens microscopes, though simple, achieved magnifications up to 270 times. He was the first to observe bacteria, sperm cells, and blood flowing through capillaries. He called these tiny creatures animalcules, and his detailed letters to the Royal Society in London stunned the scientific community. Meanwhile, across the English Channel, Robert Hooke was making waves. In 1665, he published Micrographia, a book filled with stunning engravings of magnified objects. His microscope used a compound design with an oil lamp for illumination. Hooke observed cork under his lens and saw tiny compartments, which he named cells, laying the foundation for cell theory. His work was not just scientific, it was artistic, inspiring awe in readers who had never seen a fleece eye or a fly S-wing up close. The 18th century brought refinement. Microscopes became more accessible to amateur scientists, though they remained expensive. Designs improved with better lenses and adjustable stages. However, optical limitations plagued early microscopes. Chromatic aberration, where colors fringed around images, and spherical aberration, which blurred details frustrated users. Glass quality was inconsistent, and lighting was a constant challenge. Enter the 19th century, a golden age for microscopy. In 1830, Joseph Jackson Lister, father of the famous surgeon Joseph Lister, solved many optical issues. He developed an achromatic lens system that corrected color distortions by combining lenses of different glass types. This breakthrough made images sharper and more reliable. Suddenly, microscopes were serious scientific instruments, not curiosities. The evolution accelerated. Ernst Abbe, working with Carl Zeiss in Germany, revolutionized optics in the 1870s. Abbe formulated the sign condition, a mathematical principle for designing lenses that minimized aberrations. Zeiss microscopes became the gold standard used in laboratories worldwide. Oil immersion lenses, introduced around this time, further boosted resolution by reducing light refraction between the lens and specimen. Microscopes were not just tools for biologists. Geologists used them to study minerals, and criminologists examined evidence. In the 1930s, the electron microscope arrived, a game changer. Instead of light, it used electrons, achieving magnifications of millions of times. The first practical electron microscope, built by Ernst Ruska in 1933, revealed the ultrastructure of cells. Ruska later won a Nobel Prize for this invention. Transmission electron microscopes and scanning electron microscopes followed, unveiling viruses and atomic structures. Culturally, microscopes transformed how humanity saw itself. Before them, the world was limited to what the naked eye could perceive. Suddenly, life teemed everywhere, invisible yet real. This shift influenced philosophy, religion, and art. Microscopic images appeared in textbooks, museums, and even fashion. In the Victorian era, microscope slides were collectible art, with intricate arrangements of butterfly wings or diatoms. Microscopes also played roles in medicine. In the 1880s, Robert Koch used them to identify tuberculosis bacteria, paving the way for germ theory. During pandemics, microscopes became frontline weapons. Today, fluorescence microscopy lights up living cells with glowing dyes, while confocal microscopes create 3D images by eliminating out-of-focus light. Now, for some fun facts. Did you know the smallest microscope in the world is smaller than a penny? Researchers at Stanford created a microscope using nanotechnology, capable of imaging living cells in real time. Another quirky detail: early microscopes were sometimes used as entertainment at parties. Wealthy hosts would pass around slides of pond water, delighting guests with wriggling microorganisms. Here is a surprising one. The term microscope comes from Greek words meaning small and to look at, but early versions were called flea glasses because people loved magnifying insects. And get this, Leeuwenhoek's microscopes were so small he held them close to his eye like a jeweler's loupe. He made over 500 of them, yet only a handful survive today. Microscopes even inspired fiction. In H.G. Wells' stories, tiny worlds beneath our feet mirrored sci-fi explorations of space. The device democratized discovery. Anyone with a basic microscope could explore the microcosmos. School children still do this today, peering at onion cells or cheek scrapes. The history of microscopes is quirky because it blends accident, obsession, and genius. From lens grinders in shops to Nobel laureates in labs, each step built on the last. These instruments did not just magnify objects, they magnified human curiosity. As we wrap up, consider this. Every time you look through a microscope, you join a tradition stretching back over 400 years. The next breakthrough might come from a student, a hobbyist, or an engineer tinkering in a garage. The micro world still holds secrets. If you enjoyed this journey through the quirky history of microscopes, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Objectified for more stories about the objects that shape our world. Drop a comment below. What everyday object should we explore next? Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep looking closely.